Hey guys, and welcome to the Captain Fizz Mascot Show. Uh, I'm blaming all this on Captain Fizz. You know I will. This is the Nameless Joe show because we just don't know what we're doing. So let's sit back, relax, listen to some music, and we'll be back with some nonsense.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show. I am Captain Fizz.
And greetings once again from the 7th Moon of Thunder. I am that Mask Guy.
And today you are joining us for a very special show. And why is it special? Because I get to rant. Which is like nothing.
Which is like every week, so how's that any different?
Because I get to rant about something that's very important, not just to us, but everybody. And that is movie theater etiquette.
Oh boy, here we go.
Nothing ruins a movie more than stupid people who don't follow very basic, simple rules of watching a movie in a theater. And all these rules were actually broken this last weekend. I went to go see Despicable Me 3, which I absolutely despise that movie just because of the experience I had with people there. When it says turn off your phone, turn off your damn phone. Don't take flash photography in the dark and think it's okay.
It's not a suggestion, it's your rule.
Exactly. There's reasons why you're supposed to turn off your phones. It's so people like me don't take that phone and shove it where the phone don't belong. So anyways, I went to go see this movie, and not even, I think, 5 minutes after where it said on the big screen, please turn off your phone as it's rude. I add the rude part. I can't remember exactly what they said, but they, pretty much encourage you not to. So anyways, this family behind me, and gigantic family, there was like, I don't know, I think 1 or 2 kids and like 4 or 5 adults. But at the end of the movie, I realized there's probably like 10 kids there, no adults. They waited until as soon as it got dark, and they're like, hey, let's take a picture of our kid in a movie theater. But let's wait till it's dark where we can use the brightest possible flash ever designed to mankind. Which whoever invented that stupid flash on a camera phone, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, you are evil. I despise you, and so many other words that I cannot possibly say on the air.
You can, but it's not recommended.
Not recommended.
By me.
So anyways, so I do that. I turn around, I'm like, do you guys not read? There's a sign, they just literally said right there, turn off your phones. Next time, you pull your phone out and take flash photography, I'm going to, shove it up your rectum. They then spent, the other major rule that they have in a movie theater is to really not talk. So you can let other people enjoy the movie. Now, a little bit of talking is fine. Usually you and I will sit there, we'll discuss random things. But for, I think, the hour and a half of this movie, I can count maybe 10 minutes where somebody either beside me or behind me was not talking. Teenagers beside me, and they were the most chattering, and they kept jumping up and down on their seats, making it squeak, and then they'd start giggling because it's squeaking, and then they'd make it squeak some more. Irritating. I wanted to crazy glue them to the seat, but it was frowned upon because I didn't have crazy glue. So anyways, the family above me, the kid was talking, and I understand kids will talk, but non-stop talking. I don't understand how you can watch a movie if you don't shut your flapper. But they weren't even talking in English. And that was the most irritating part, is you're at an English-speaking movie, and you spend the entire movie talking in Filipino. To me, it ruins the purpose of going to see a movie. If you want to speak your a movie, or see a movie in your language, go home, download something on your computer. It's called Kodi for those people with Androids and Android boxes, and you can watch any movie you want in the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to shut up. But if you're in a movie theater, surrounded by people who honestly can't stand the sound of your voice, shut up. It's very simple. You take those two flappy things that are currently situated on your face that won't stop opening, and you close them. And if I must sew them shut for you, I will at a fee. $5, per lip. That is my fee. But it's the most irritating thing. And the other part of a movie is, if you've seen a movie and you're going to go see it for the umpteenth time, and so many of us do that. We'll go see a movie like 6-7 different times. Don't sit there saying, "Oh, good, just wait, something's going to happen." That is the most irritating, because now you know something's going to happen, and you have just ruined the movie. Whether or not you actually said exactly what would happen or not, you have ruined a movie for somebody who hasn't seen it yet. That is my rant.
That is your rant.
Nothing irks me more than lack of movie theater etiquette. And the crunching of the popcorn. Let it sit in your mouth first before you start crunching. Soften it up. Nothing is more irritating than listening to people crunch on popcorn. Okay, it's all irritating.
Yeah, I can tell you're a little bit irritated tonight.
I go to a movie to enjoy a movie, not listen to other people talking, not listen to people chewing on food that honestly it's like designed to crunch and irritate and cringe.
So I can't even. I'm not even going to bother asking you for an honest review of the movie, because obviously you're going to give it a total like 0 out of like 5.
I found it really hard to laugh at this movie, just possibly because maybe the movie wasn't great in my eyes, as opposed to some of the originals. It definitely was lacking on the laughter department. But that could be definitely by who I was surrounded by, which I wanted to shove them all into a rocket and send them to Mars.
That would have been too good for them.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I'm trying to be nice and somewhat civil.
Well,
and
where's the fun in that?
The fun would be what I what I said in the movie theater, which was that they should just go home, sit on their couch, close their eyes, and never leave the house again.
What would have been the fair thing to do is turn around and throw a fireball on their face. But then that's just
unfortunately, I am not Mario. I do not have fireballs at whim. If I did,
all you need is like a lighter as a flash paper.
Well, that almost seems I don't know, criminal. So,
by the way, if you decide to go off and throw a fireball in anybody's face, this is not endorsed by the Captain Fizz Mascot Show. This is just me going off and being silly. So if you try to blame me on this, sorry, you aren't going to get anywhere with me. I completely deny it. And as far as the show is, we do not endorse any ideas of throwing fireballs. Thank you.
Yes. Unless you are Mario, which you have no choice. You must kill the Oompas.
Well, someone think of the Oompas.
Yes. So
it's Goombas. Goombas and Troopas.
Goombas, Troopas, they're all the same. They need
Troopas.
They need a union.
Do.
They need a union. Yeah, a union against Mario for unfair treatment of workers.
Okay, first off, they would have to be unionized against King Koopa And it is...
But King Koopa is also discriminated against by Mario.
Okay, he goes off, he kidnaps a princess. And then goes off and sets it up so that Mario has to go through a series of castles just to go off and find her. And in the process, you have a bunch of those toadstool guys going off and flipping Mario off at every castle and laughing at him. So sorry, the princess is not in this castle. Look in the original game, go off and zoom in on those little troopers, and they're flipping them off.
Well, I'm sorry. After years and years of abuse at the hands of Mario, I would flip him off as well. He's constantly jumping on their heads. He's setting them on fire. He doesn't blowing them up.
The toadstools, though, or whatever the heck those stupid midgets that look like mushrooms are. Those are supposed to be his friends.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry.
It's the Goombas or Groombas or whatever the heck they're called.
Maybe
they're the ones that he goes off and stomps on. And the first one in the game has probably killed more guys than any other character in the history of video games. I'm not even kidding you. Statistically speaking.
Statistically speaking, the very first mushroom dude thing, Goomba, in the game kills pretty much everybody. I have actually died by that thing about 4 times because I keep forgetting how to jump.
Yes.
It's the stupidest thing. You go to jump and you forget how to jump and you just run into them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why this show is called Nameless Joe is because, well, we have no idea what we're talking about. And usually we actually have some idea, or at least we have people on to try to come up with ideas. We're looking at you, Weem and Amy. Are you trying to use an eraser to go off and make your phone move?
I'm actually using it to erase Weem. Because
that's not working very well.
No. He says his goofball game is very weak tonight. But it's fine. We love him.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll just go off and kind of talk about. Usually, I try to get here a little bit earlier, and as I'm getting dressed, I hear the squealing outside my window, and across the street from my house, there's this Filipino family that owns a Jack Russell Terrier, and the gentleman who lives there is wrestling with this German Shepherd cross who is attacking his poor little Jack Russell. And, someone from next door goes off and pulls the dog off. By this time, he finally gets up, puts his Jack Russell in the yard, turns around, and pretty much wants to murder this dog. And, so, yeah, that's kind of how mine even kind of started it off with. It turns out this dog had, tags from, Ontario. So, I'm...
Homeward bound.
Homeward bound. And so, this dog was a nice dog. I went up and held it for him. My neighbor literally wanted to kill this dog.
It was a nice dog that tried to maul another dog.
Well,
only in Canada would we describe something of this situation like that.
You know what? Dogs are interesting creatures. They don't necessarily always get along with one another. I do not know the situation as to why. I do know that my neighbor probably didn't react very well. The minute that dog tried to attack his dog, he should have, thrown his dog over, the fence, and the situation would have de-escalated right there. Instead, he fought with this dog, got bit at least twice, while trying to defend his little dog.
Well, there's the problem. If you want anyone to actually do anything about this dog, you need to be bit at least 3.5 times.
There you go. He was but this situation was really, he wanted to go up and lock this dog up in his garage. He was called 911 up. He wanted to murder this dog right there, right then. My neighbor, was the handyman. Was like, no, you are not coming anywhere near this dog.
It's a good thing it wasn't a Chinese family because that would be tomorrow night's stew. Yes, I went there.
You're really terrible.
Hey, this is Winnipeg. It is no secret that Chinese restaurants in the city have served animal products other than beef or chicken.
Which is why certain said restaurants are no longer open.
You mean almost all of them? It's only the ones they've caught. that they've actually shut down. It's the ones they haven't caught